We back with another conspiracy theory reaction video, part 2. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Decision-making to authorities. Believers argue that the theory encompasses more than just dietary influences. They point to the widespread implementation of soy in everyday products beyond traditional food items. Soy is used in cosmetics, plastics, and even biofuels, which proponents claim further reinforces its purported effects on human behavior. According to this view, the incorporation of soy into various industries serves a dual purpose, allegedly contributing to the physical and psychological effects proponents suggest, while also supporting the theory's claims of a deliberate, multifaceted agenda. Critics of the big soy theory argue that while soy's versatile applications are undeniable, attributing nefarious intent to its widespread use lacks empirical support and overlooks the extensive research demonstrating its benefits and safety in diverse applications. They contend that the theory's assertions of covert manipulation through soy products are speculative and unfounded. Despite skepticism, believers point to societal shifts towards passivity and loss of agency as potential indicators of this clandestine manipulation. Some cite the prevalence of soy products in various aspects of daily life as evidence supporting their claims. They argue that these shifts align with the theory's premise that influential entities exploit soy's versatility to exert covert control over societal behavior and decision-making processes.
Might be a little laggy.
The Bilderberg Group is an annual private conference attended by influential figures from politics, business, media, and academia, primarily from Europe and North America. The secretive nature of the meetings, with no official minutes or records released to the public, has led to numerous conspiracy theories about the group's true purpose and influence on global affairs. Some believe that the Bilderberg Group is a shadow world government, working behind the scenes to control international politics, economics, and social policies in favor of a globalist agenda. Proponents of this theory point to the high-profile attendees, including prime ministers, presidents, CEOs, and royalty, as evidence of the group's immense power and ability to shape world events. They argue that the private nature of the meetings allows attendees to discuss and plan strategies without public scrutiny or accountability, potentially enabling them to coordinate efforts across nations and industries. Conspiracy theorists often link the Bilderberg Group to other alleged secret societies, such as the Illuminati or the Freemasons, suggesting a larger network of elites working together to maintain their power and influence. Some speculate that the group's discussions and decisions have led to significant political and economic outcomes, such as the creation of the European Union or the selection of presidential candidates in various countries. While the Bilderberg Group maintains that its meetings are simply forums for open dialogue and the exchange of ideas, the lack of transparency has fueled suspicions and theories about its true intentions. Critics argue that the secretive nature of the meetings, combined with the influential positions held by many attendees, creates an environment ripe for potential abuse of power and the advancement of agendas that may not align with the public interest. Despite the lack of concrete evidence to support many of the conspiracy theories surrounding the Bilderberg Group, the organization's opacity and the high profile of its participants continue to generate speculation and mistrust among those who believe in the existence of hidden power structures shaping global affairs. Bill Hicks is Alex Jones refers to a conspiracy theory suggesting that the late comedian Bill Hicks faked his death and assumed the identity of right-wing radio host Alex Jones. Proponents of this theory point to physical similarities between the two men, including facial features and mannerisms. They also note that both Hicks and Jones hail from Texas and share a penchant for passionate confrontational rhetoric. Some believers claim that audio analysis of their voices reveals matching vocal patterns and inflections. The theory posits that Hicks, known for his anti-establishment views, reinvented himself as Jones to continue spreading his message through a different persona. Supporters argue that the timing of Hicks's reported death in 1994 and Jones's rise to prominence in the late 1990s aligns suspiciously well. They suggest that Hicks's purported transformation into Jones was orchestrated by powerful entities to control and direct public discourse. Theorists often cite instances where Jones appears to break character, claiming these moments reveal glimpses of Hicks's comedic style and personality. Some adherents believe that subtle references and inside jokes in Jones's broadcasts serve as coded messages acknowledging his true identity.
Interesting, guys. Okay, cool. Interesting.
There's a lot of fear around this, right? You got me, okay? Are you happy now? You bastards? Yes, I am Bill Hicks. Or to be more accurate, you didn't get it all, did you? You didn't get the full conspiracy. I played the character, Bill Hicks, for 15 years with my accomplice, Kevin Booth. And we fooled you all. The master actor, the master genius. And then I decided to bring forward an even more incredible persona, that of Alex Jones.
Biogenic oil refers to the theory that oil and other fossil fuels are not derived from the remains of ancient plants and animals, as is widely accepted by the scientific community, but are instead produced by ongoing biological processes deep within the Earth. Proponents of this theory, also known as the abiogenic petroleum origin hypothesis, suggest that hydrocarbons are continuously generated by non-biological chemical reactions in the Earth's mantle, and that these hydrocarbons then migrate upward to form oil and gas deposits. They argue that the presence of hydrocarbons in seemingly unlikely places, such as deep within the Earth's crust or on other celestial bodies like comets and asteroids, supports the idea that oil can be formed without the need for organic matter. Some advocates of the biogenic oil theory point to the replenishment of certain oil fields as evidence that the Earth is constantly producing new oil, rather than relying on a finite supply of fossil fuels. They also suggest that the distribution and composition of oil deposits around the world are more consistent with a deep Earth origin than with the traditional fossil fuel theory. Additionally, proponents argue that the biogenic oil theory could explain the presence of oil in regions where there is little evidence of ancient sedimentary basins or the conditions necessary for the formation of fossil fuels. While the biogenic oil theory has been promoted by some scientists and researchers, it remains a minority view within the scientific community, with the vast majority of geologists and geochemists supporting the fossil fuel theory. Critics argue that the evidence for biogenic oil is limited and often based on misinterpretations of geological and geochemical data, and that the fossil fuel theory provides a more comprehensive and well-supported explanation for the origin and distribution of oil and gas deposits. Despite the lack of widespread acceptance in the scientific community, the biogenic oil theory continues to attract interest from those who are skeptical of the conventional understanding of fossil fuels and those who are interested in exploring alternative explanations for the Earth's energy resources. Biome over genome is a phrase that emphasizes the importance of an organism's environment and the microbes living within and around it, rather than solely focusing on the organism's genetic makeup. This concept suggests that the microbiome, which is the collection of microorganisms that inhabit a particular environment, such as the human gut or skin, plays a more significant role in shaping an organism's health and behavior than previously thought. Supporters of this idea argue that the complex interactions between an organism and its microbiome can influence various aspects of its biology, from nutrient absorption and metabolism to immune function and even mental health. They point to studies showing that alterations in the gut microbiome can be associated with conditions like obesity, diabetes, and neurological disorders.
Guys, that's why it's important for you to watch what you eat, balance your diet, make sure that you're having positive high frequency meals to counteract all the junk, because your DNA does get rewired based off of what you eat. This is actually factual right here. This is not even a conspiracy.
That these microbes may be key players in the development and progression of these diseases. Some researchers propose that the microbiome could be a more effective target for therapeutic interventions than targeting the host organism's genes alone, as manipulating the microbial community may have a more direct and profound impact on health outcomes. The biome over genome concept also highlights the importance of environmental factors in shaping an organism's microbiome, such as diet, lifestyle, and exposure to toxins or antibiotics, which can all influence the composition and function of the microbial community. This idea challenges the reductionist view that an organism's traits and health are determined solely by its genes, and instead promotes a more holistic understanding of the complex interplay between an organism, its environment, and its microbial partners. As research into the microbiome continues to expand, the biome over genome perspective is gaining traction among scientists and healthcare professionals who recognize the potential for microbiome-based therapies and interventions to improve human health and well-being. While the exact mechanisms and extent of the microbiome's influence on organismal biology are still being explored, the biome over genome concept provides a compelling framework for understanding the intricate relationships between organisms and their microbial communities. Birther movement refers to the...
Okay. Oh, I try to beat the ad. Okay, guys. This will be a part 3 video. So if you made it to part 2, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're at 19 minutes and 25 seconds. And until tomorrow, you guys stay tuned. Peace. Escape.